Hey, hey, hey.
How we doing?
That's the Tiny Truck salute right there. And now we're going to talk about something else.
Yes, it is.
So we're doing a vBlog today because it's Saturday and that's what we do.
Yep.
And there's a whole bunch of cool stuff going on. What's in front of us today is probably some of the most epic chunks of 3D printing that I've seen in a very long time. So why don't you tell us what on earth you're trying to do here?
Well, of course, this is the Cherokee XJ body that's come out recently, and a lot of people have gotten their hands on this particular body. But we're all searching for an interior kit for that, and Ryan has come up with an interior kit which is just epic. So we've got one in front of us here, and we thought we would talk about that and show it off a little bit.
This is a back door panel. It's thin, has a nice handle on it, has all the I mean, we both had these trucks.
Yes.
We've both owned these, and that's the real thing.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a 94 black edition, and as I sort of went through each piece and looked at them carefully, the detail on these are incredible, and his printing process really shows a lot of the detail, and you know, it's high quality. There's not a lot of lines, because you get those lines sometimes with 3D printing, and whatever he's using, however he's using it, is really coming together really nice, and the pieces are really well done.
I'm like excited. I am, because this is one of those projects that I wanted to see completed for a long time. There's a few of these floating around the interweb right now, and they look amazing painted up, and to see this done with your like super scale flair to it, this is going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to this.
As am I. You know, you put a lot of these pieces together, and it really makes the build quality and the ease of building you know, great. And so to have a full complete kit saves a lot of time, and it allows me to really be creative and really set off a nice scale looking Jeep Cherokee XJ, as I said, which I've owned when I was in the 90s. So I'm excited. As to what the direction will be, I'm not sure. I'm thinking of the Black Bandit motif.
Aha, you thief.
So simply because the one that I had, and let me correct that, my brother owned it,
yeah.
But we both kind of shared it at the time. His was black with the red pinstriping on it.
Love it.
The Sport 2-door edition.
Yeah.
So I think I want that as my inspiration. So thanks, bro. That's my inspiration, and I think it'll morph into a Black Bandit.
This is like authentic too. I'm really impressed. Like I love the fact that there's a zillion guys doing 3D printing. Okay, you know, I don't really think that you're going to dilute the market by having 3D printers, you know, 2 or 3 of them in your town or whatever, because everybody's actually printing something slightly different.
Yeah.
Now, what Ryan's doing here is he created a builder kit, like kind of like the interior kit that we did. That's the styrene pan for the Bronco. We have a Blazer one coming out. But he did a builder kit from the detail work in.
Right.
We created the structure underneath it first.
Right.
So we're coming at it from 2 different directions. Really kind of cool. And this kit is actually, I think it's pretty much a drop-in.
Again, I haven't married the two together, but from what I can see, he obviously had the body in front of him when he made this kit, so it you know, it fits like a glove. And as you can see, Chris is just putting the dash up against the front facade there, and it's just you know, it's a perfect match.
The proportions are really nice. I think this is going to be a winner.
Yeah, I truly believe it. I know I've talked to him. I know he's burning the midnight oil trying to produce these kits.
I believe you. There's a lot of pieces here.
Yeah, he's in the basement. His wife is probably yelling at him to come up and have breakfast and lunch and dinner. So we really appreciate the effort that he's putting in. I know he's working overtime. And keep doing what you're doing, because this kit has really made my build that much better.
There's a link in the YouTube description box below for R3
Designs.
R3 Designs.
I think
it's on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's Ryan Luna.
Yeah.
The links are there.
Yeah.
What else are you doing? Oh, what's the chassis you're going to use?
Well, yeah. Of course, this is going to end up on one of our classic favorite chassis. It's been around for quite some time. The Cross Canyon. I wanted to put it under that chassis, or on top of that chassis, simply because it's an incredible chassis. This one in particular is going to be a comp version, and I really wanted to identify this chassis as one that will work well under those circumstances.
Yep.
Not that they all don't. So that's the chassis I'm putting it under, and I think it's going to go well with what I'm trying to accomplish.
This has been my comp truck chassis for Class 2 for 5 years?
Yeah.
Except for last year.
Right.
Like all my comp seasons except for last year when I used a skeleton.
Well, the Raven had the...
The Raven was Cross Canyon.
Yeah, yeah.
And years and years, and oh my goodness, I found it on that. But they perform really well. I love it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, I don't typically build comp specific. I usually go more towards the scale end of things, but I think with the chassis, the kit, the body, I'm going to get a great combination of scale, realism, and comp capabilities.
I'm 100% sure of that.
Well, that's great. That's awesome. So yeah, that's the latest venture for myself.
Nice.
And yeah, so I'm excited.
I was going to ask you, after you saw all the pictures from Super Celebration Bronco Festival, do you have any comments about all that? It's too bad you couldn't come.
Well, that was going to be my first comment, is that distraught.
We missed you.
That I couldn't go. However, it was really good to see that you guys were there.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the videos, please check them out, because for those who are into any vintage truck, specifically Broncos, it was certainly the place to be. There was some amazing Broncos that showed up 1-to-1. Of course, GCM showed up with some amazing tiny Broncos. And so I really enjoyed the footage. I really was really upset that I didn't get to go. But what an amazing event.
Really nice.
Tell me what you thought about the event and looking back on it now.
So I just had this conversation with Brian Parker. You all know Brian Parker from Recon G6.
Yep.
The man with the kilt.
Yeah.
The essence of the conversation I had with Brian was this. If you want to make a big dent for scale RC trucking, you do it at a full-size truck event. When we go to RC events, you guys already know what RC is all about.
Right.
So that's a whole different thing. When we're talking about servo mounts and panhards and setups and, you know, leaf kits and chassis and bodywork and everything, you guys at the RC events, you already know what we're talking about. When you go to a full-size trucking event like Super Celebration and you bring a whole bunch of these that look awesome, the guys who haven't seen a car since a Tamiya Frog are blown away because they have no idea what RC has become. And I'll tell you what, we had the busiest booth that there was at Super Celebration, and we gave away a Viterra Bronco in part of the raffle, and our raffle box for tickets was stuffed with raffle tickets. Like, it was a huge hit. And people loved this. They drove around our Broncos all over. We made a little course. We took them on trail rides at different times of the day. We did a big group photo. People brought their own RCs. There's a whole bunch of people that came out to our booth that had built their own RC Broncos of all different kinds and shapes and sizes. And it was the coolest thing I think I have been to in a long time.
It could, you know, in the videos you could see that there was a lot of popularity around the tent, around the booth.
Amazing.
Shout out to Rob and Amanda for introducing that concept to us, allowing you to head out to that event. And of course, they brought their own one-to-one Broncos too, right?
Oh,
they've got patches and Concourse
the
Blue.
show truck. Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, it was certainly amazing.
Super Celebration, guys, was totally incredible. We do plan on going back next year. And
Tennessee, right?
It's in Townsend, Tennessee.
Yep.
And we're also planning on bringing the Parker G Train over to Super Celebration next year and doing a full-blown G6 Recon style event at the full-size Bronco Festival. That's going to be cool.
Yeah. A little closer to home, we've had an event that just passed.
Aha! So, local series. This is my new truck, by the way, for the local series. What do you think?
I think it's incredible. What really sort of shouts out at me is the trimming that you've got going on here, the decals that are going on there.
Yes, sir.
So
this is all the beautiful handiwork of Dr. Matt Dexter.
Yes.
Dr. Dexter, or the Dextroyer, as Rob calls him. He totally took the pictures from the real Broncos and the actual trim that you can get on an actual Bronco, and then he resized them all and cut all the vinyl. I mean, look at this thing.
It's a nice piece.
Yeah.
It truly is. So yeah, we had the call to crawl locally. It was a lot of fun. We had a bunch of people show up. I think everyone had a good time. And we really enjoyed everyone for showing up. So thanks for being there. We're going to have a blast this summer doing that.
If you want to see what's going on with Call to Crawl, we have a Facebook page called Call to Crawl Series 2016.
Yep.
GCM is looking after that and hosting that. And this truck has everything in it from Florida to Ontario, so I'm pretty excited. We got Bodyworks to paint the shell. Matt Dexter from Florida did the stripe work. I put it on an Ascender with our full leaf kit and forward motor mount, interior kit and all that. And we'll talk about this later because we have another video coming out in a couple of days that you can watch about how to do scoring for the brand new GCM Adventure Series rules, which is not the same as last year. So a new video coming out for that. We should talk about Mr. Parker again because...
What?
Did I not tell you this?
No, maybe not. What's going on?
So, GCM is an official sponsor of Recon G6.
Ah, yes. Wondering where you were going with that.
And...
Of course it is.
You know how we are, guys. Everybody watching this has been watching this for a while. We are into scale trucks.
Really? Sir.
Hey, are you into RC?
yeah. That's the first thing I said to him when I first met him.
That's the first thing he ever said to me.
Yeah. Hey, are you into RC? Well, that was an understatement.
Wow.
Anyways, go on.
So, we're into scale trucks.
Yep.
And we teamed up with Recon G6 to bring a mini GCM Adventure Series to Recon G6. Watch for that soon.
Yes, that's right.
The Recon G6 event that's at Blue Rocks in Pennsylvania coming up will be the premier GCM sponsorship event. Recon has the top level sponsors that you can find. And we are really, really, really pleased and thankful to be involved with what Parker's doing and the Recon. We've gone to Recons I don't know how many times.
Yeah,
and we've been to 2 U.S. scale trials championships. We absolutely love Parker's events, and for us to just get on board and support that it makes perfect sense for us. So we're so excited. Plus we made trophies.
That we did for the event, right?
Which I'm not talking about anymore.
And just to reiterate, we've developed a relationship with Parker, and we're really excited about the relationship that we've created. Yes, we've put in the effort to show up to his events, but what an approachable individual! What a great guy! If you ever get to meet him or talk to him, it's just inspiration. for
Yep.
sure. So we're lucky and we're privileged and we're honored to have the relationship with him, and we're hoping that's going to grow in the future also. So lots of things going on.
Good luck to Parker
Yeah.
and Recon G6 for 2016.
Beauty.
We love your events, and we're so happy that you're going to come and see us again here in Ontario at the end of May.
Yep.
Can't wait to see you again, and thanks so much for all your work to promote scale trucking. It's fantastic. We're on the same page. And we are going to do some more videos here on the channel soon about, of course, scale trucking.
You bet.
And Tiny Truck salute to you.
Awesome.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.